fear through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with a win. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, danced a jig over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son still had me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.
Hello everybody, welcome to Chiefs Talk here on the Always Next Year podcast. I'm the host Steve, joined by Shane. Shane, how do you feel right now?
About as melancholy as you sound.
Patrick Mahomes might be dead. This is all because of me joining Backyard Beers and football. When I said that question was...
Oh, that's right.
When you sit Mahomes for a game, I'm like, all right, go outside in the rain, stare up, and just say, Matt Moore starting a game. All because I said that, and also all because I said, fuck Steve Spagnuolo.
It's true, 6 points.
Yeah, the Chiefs had a very good, outstanding defensive performance, even though Joe Flacco's quarterback and he sucks.
Yeah, but they had pressure on him. I mean, he had nothing to do. Like, he had no time.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, it was wonderful to see, except for Patrick Mahomes doing a QB sneak with a bad ankle.
Yeah.
I don't understand the call.
Look, his ankle's not...
His ankle wasn't the injury, but
trashed.
I just...
Like, it just...
You just do Anthony Sherman fullback dive again.
I would have done the Anthony Sherman again. Yeah, 100%.
The emergency
they
quarterback.
used it like 8 plays earlier in that drive, and he got 5 yards on it.
Yeah, they did it twice, I think. They did it. Two carries for 7 yards, Anthony Sherman.
There you
best
go.
fullback in the league.
With numbers like that, who can argue?
But yes, it was a very depressing sight. I'm still not over it. I basically... Shane can see the handle of Tully that I have. That was all last night.
Jesus.
Minimal help. And it's like this morning. So I have half a handle right now. And I drank the majority of it last night, mainly after Patrick Mahomes went down.
That's impressive.
It was like 3 in a row after he was hurt.
Oh, yeah. That was awful.
Yeah.
I hated every single thing of that. At first, I was sitting there thinking... Maybe it's the offensive lineman screaming, and he doesn't want to, like, release pressure, so he's waving them out for them. And then I saw him holding his leg in the air, and I'm like, I've done that. I know what this is. It was the worst thing I've ever watched. Well, among the worst things I've ever watched.
Oh, man. Other than that, Chiefs won. I lost $100, but I don't care. As long as Mahomes is healthy and the Chiefs won this game.
Yeah. And I didn't understand time zones when he asked, so we don't actually have news to report on his full health status at this moment. But give us an hour and a half, and we'll talk about it. I'm sure during Whiskey Ramble, we'll probably get the alert, and then we'll have even more shit to talk about.
Yes, that is true. Overall, though, let's just recap the game. This is not me being drunk. This is just me being really upset. Overall, it was a good game. Besides that big thing that happened, he was 10 for 11 for 76 yards on a touchdown. Why QB sneak? Again, give it to Anthony Sherman. Pitch it out to LaShawn McCoy.
I hate that play.
Maybe it's just a Madden thing, but the pitch always works in short down.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So Matt Moore comes in. He will die for this team. He'll die for any team. 10 for 19. He was off.
Yeah, well, I'm saying
he was just off.
a meaningful snap in how long? I mean,
2 years.
Yeah.
He did throw a dime to Tyreek Hill. It looked ugly, but it was actually perfect. You all right there?
Yeah.
You hearing it too?
Yeah, is it waving in and out?
Yeah.
I can't tell what the hell's going on with our sound right now. Interesting.
But, Matt Moore, bright side, he's got 10 days until next week. I'm just assuming Mahomes is out for 1 week. That's my best case scenario right now.
It's going to be at least 3.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I tried, very few times I'm trying to be positive. You just shut me down. It's really aggravating.
Man. I'm sorry. 2 weeks and 10 days. So
2 games. No, actually, it'll still be 3. Fuck you. One thing that was confusing me is Darrell Williams seems to be the third down running back. and I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Where's my Darwin? Where's Darwin Thompson? I would trust him more.
Personally, I think it should be Shady right now. I mean, he's a decent blocking back. You can trust him to run the football. And then obviously he provides that. If he wants to sit there, stay in for a half second, get that block, and then go out for a check down type of a pass, he can make something happen. Like, to me, that's got to be the guy. They also went away from him way earlier in the game than they needed to.
Shady?
Yeah.
I'm just confused because it seems like Damien's not being used as much as he should. He had 9 carries.
9 carries.
9 carries and 2 catches for negative yardage, but I think that was when Matt Moore came in and everything was blown up.
Yeah. You can just sell out for the run.
Yeah. Other than that, Cole Hardman almost giving me a heart attack and then almost giving me a heart attack and
That's
elation. All right, Bryce.
Bryce is in studio again.
Yeah.
Sorry for listeners who have to hear the dog shakes.
Yeah, it was just not a good offensive output, mainly because it was Matt Moore, but hopefully in 10 days he'll get it together.
Yeah, I think it's hard. He's not your traditional backup quarterback at this point, you know.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, no. I'm yawning. I was watching Letterkenny late last night, if I'm totally honest. But yeah, he's not your traditional backup quarterback. You know, how many backup quarterbacks are going to come into that Chiefs locker room and think, I'll probably start a game or two this year? Like, you're behind the MVP of the league. He's a freak. I mean, you just don't assume things like that are going to happen. You know, he's out there playing, as you said, on the bum ankle. Matt Moore's got to think that, man, I got a great clipboard job right now. And then he's thrust in, with a overall less than 100% offense at this point.
Yeah.
Without the weapons. So the one thing he has going for him is in practice he's probably throwing to 2 or 3 of the wideouts you got out there right now. So hopefully with an additional 10 days and majority reps with those guys, he can Matt Moore is serviceable enough. And if you guys get healthy and your running backs are efficient and find creative ways to use them, which Andy Reid can do, I think, a handful of times throughout a year, but with absolutely no consistency whatsoever.
Andy Reid.
What did I say?
No, you said absolutely no consistency.
I'm sorry. I thought I said the wrong coach's name for a second. Did I say Doug Peterson?
No. You're fine.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
not.
I'm not super fine, honestly. I'm kind of banking on the Chiefs to be the team that make me, excited about football every week, and I'm not excited to watch Matt Moore.
Neither am I. I don't like his paint or whatever the fuck you call that.
The old school black.
Yeah, it's too much. And then you see his beard and is that still the black or
I don't know.
Just his beard? I don't know. It just looks strange for a backup quarterback.
You don't need to be that intense, man. You're Matt Moore,
and especially in a night game.
Well, it's all about
the look.
About the look. That's
all
it. Right. Look good, feel good, play good.
So let's go. Former Eagle Stefan Wisniewski coming in and actually doing pretty well.
He's fine.
I like him more than I like Cam Irving.
Yeah, well, he is fine. Honestly, the biggest reason he didn't last in Philadelphia was, one, couldn't play center for us, and then 2, Jason Peters doesn't like playing next to him. They have very different styles.
Because he's white?
It might be. They're putting it out that it's different styles of blocking, and the timing just was something that they could never quite get.
Who's the left guard now for the Eagles?
What's that?
Who's the left guard for the Eagles now?
Sayamalo.
Oh, okay. So Hawaiian. Okay.
Yeah, not great.
He can dig the.
There's some mulattoness there. He's all right. But yeah, no, he did fine for you guys.
Yeah, and Rankin goes down. I think his name is Rankin. It's whatever. His name's Marcellus Rankin. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm definitely getting it wrong, and I apologize. More in-depth Chiefs fans, but I can't think of his name. But yeah, I would like to see Wisniewski, and then when this guy comes back healthy, I think his name is Rankin. I really think it is. He should be moved to tackle and just bench Cam Irvin, cut him after this year, and be done with it. It's a stupid extension that he never earned. Stupid trade that shouldn't have happened. This is a Cam Irving hate podcast.
I think it's pretty well deserved right now.
He tried to murder our quarterback's ankle.
Yes, he did.
All right, let's go to the defensive side of the ball, which was actually outstanding.
Yeah, it was great.
Colin Saunders, yeah. He had a fantastic game, stuffing the run. Rashad Fenton, breakout game. He should be starting. I think it was during the preseason. I was like, I don't even know who this guy is.
Did you think that Tyrann blew his knee up, by the way, late in that game?
No, I think this is what I was like fading in and out between the whiskey and like the misery of Mahomes coming up.
Because I switched over to the World Series to the ALCS when I saw that, and then I went back 8 minutes later, whatever it was, and I was like, oh, he's still all right. We're good here. But continue. Sorry, I was scrolling through stats, saw his name, and I was like, fuck that guy.
Sorry, I'm dying over whiskey over here.
Understandable.
Your guy, Anthony Hitchens. Having a great game. Comes back from injury. 2 sacks.
2 sacks, man.
Frank Clark finally getting the stat line. Finally getting the stat line. He's always played well, but finally getting the sacks so people can kind of get off his case.
Yeah, everybody needs that game. It was BG against the Jets where he got 3. So
yeah, so 9 total sacks. It looks like. I thought it was. Yeah, it was 9.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, so it was fantastic defensive game. I mean, you're holding.
You guys had a lot of creativity in your blitz schemes for a change, which was.
And again, this only happened because I said fuck Steve Spagnuolo. Back
probably
in football. Giving up just 71 yards of rushing, massive improvement. Joe Flacco sucks.
I mean, Philip Lindsay hasn't had the start to the season that he had last year, but
I know
he's still Philip Lindsay.
They have 2 good running backs.
And
I like them
Freeman's
both.
good.
Yeah. So stopping them. How about that punt? That fake punt. Did you see that?
I was watching the ALCS at the time.
Oh man, games that are irrelevant.
Listen, at the time, I think it was only 1-0, 3-1. I think it was 3-1 at the time. Houston.
Right. So I don't remember like specifically like the situation, but the Eagles' fake field goal looked like you could have blamed it like, oh, it was a bad snap. We had to improvise. This was straight up fake punt, and it was terrible.
Who did they snap it to? Did they snap it to an up man, or did they snap it to the punter?
They snapped it to the punter, and he ran. I think he faked a pitch, and then he ran.
Well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You're 12 yards back. That's moronic.
It was strange.
If you're going to run up man, that's it. Get your guy on the other side to pull, and get your 2 linemen on the opposite side to pull. Yeah. Create that line.
Yep, it was asinine. But Rashad Fenton has to start now.
Yeah, that's dumb as hell.
Rashad Fenton, cornerback, has to start. Mecole Hardman, I thought he was going to break out for a punt return touchdown. I'm going to apologize right now. This is just so like out of whack, like how we're talking about this. We're just kind of winging it.
Yeah, well, we weren't sure that we were going to do Chiefs segments.
Yeah, I just said, let's do it and react. And
we have to.
There's no guide, script, or notes here. It's just stats and wing it. But yeah, Rashad Fenton, he was, like I said earlier, computer.
What do you have? 3 tackles? 4 tackles? Where am I at?
My internet just restarted and it refuses to scroll
4 tackles,
down.
3 for solo. Yeah.
Yep. How many? Did he have any pass deflections? Did I list that?
At least.
Yeah. He played very, very solid defense. He was making plays.
Yeah, he had 1.
He was better than Charvarius Ward has been this whole season. Besides that 1 interception, you got to start him. Claiborne, he was pretty solid as well.
I almost broke my remote on the what ended up being a pickup flag on the no call PI.
Yeah,
that was atrocious.
Oh
when
my
that
God.
first went out,
he just grabbed his hips when he do a little hula.
So the ball already hit the ground at that point.
I know.
Like, it didn't fucking matter. I was so angry. I was sitting there like, because I watched it in real time, obviously.
Yes.
And both guys are going down. And yes, both guys are going down. Fine. See the flags come out late. Claiborne's already celebrating like all cornerbacks do, which is something they shouldn't do anymore. They play the most difficult position in sports. I think you should more so celebrate when there is not a flag, even if there was a completion. That's it. Look at every ref in the field. Look up in the box.
Look at the field. No,
then give
yellow.
the thumbs up.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
Then they show the replay while they're obviously sitting. The refs are discussing whether or not they're going to pick this flag up, and I'm like, that's not a freaking PI. That's absurd. And then I was like, well, it's the new NFL. Let me see what they can do right now. And his arm comes across the chest as the ball hits the turf, and then his other arm pulls the hip, like you said, after the ball had like taken its second bounce on the turf. And I'm like, they're going to freaking call this PI still.
Yep. I was outside smoking a cigarette, so I couldn't hear anything. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, how the fuck do you? That's one you challenge. That is one you challenge. And then I'm like, why doesn't he have the flag? And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's still 3rd and 13. All right, sweet. I can't believe they pulled that back. All right.
He did win a challenge last night. What did he win? He won the sack on Flacco.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't understand it at the time. Because, again, I think I was outside for a cigarette, so I can't hear. And I was like, why are they challenging this? Oh, he was down, no fumble.
Yeah, it was on a hitch and sack, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize what they had actually called on the field.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was...
He was down, like, his whole ass and back were down. And, like...
His head pounded the ground.
His elbow hit the ground. The ball was still in his arm, and then it rolled away. And I'm like, what kind of horse shit? How do you not pay... Whatever.
But, yeah, no, I don't know what else to say right now. I'm still just...
Are we trying to eat up enough time before we get a report on Mahomes?
Basically, kind of. Looking forward, Matt Moore in this offense. He's got 10 days.
Yeah.
Do you think either he gets the offense or they just change it a little bit around him? It's Andy Reid.
First of all, Andy Reid, throughout his entire coaching career, certainly in Philadelphia, has made good use and smart use of backup quarterbacks. Like, he has gotten a lot out of what I would say most coaches are not going to get that much out of.
AJ Feely.
AJ Feely, spanked the monkey. Corey Detmer, guy's crazy.
Corey Detmer sucks. AJ Feely was actually decent.
AJ Feely was fine. And he helped our franchise out.
Jeffy G, Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia.
That's our baby.
That's
Jeff Garcia, baby.
He got
That's our baby.
800 yards in 2 starts from Kevin Cobb, who stinks or stunk. The guy died.
Listen. That was a steal. That trade.
That was unbelievable. You know, we would have gotten the 4th overall pick had they not been in a faux lockout at the time.
Oh, really?
A 4th overall pick for Kevin freaking Cobb from Arizona.
Wow.
What the fuck is that organization thinking?
What draft was that?
Patrick Peterson. We would have had Patrick Peterson.
Shit.
Right?
Oh, man. Everything would have been fixed.
Everything
you
would
wouldn't have
different.
This issue right now.
Nothing.
The cornerbacks.
We wouldn't have this
Jones
podcast. I'd be happy and wouldn't need to talk. But no, I do trust Andy Reid getting back to that. To get a lot out of backup quarterbacks. I do. He typically does simplify his offensive scheme again and go. I don't want to say go totally vanilla, but there's certainly less movement in those, and they're basically just one tree routes. Like they're not overly extensive. But with each week that he's in there, which should only be one,
hopefully.
See, I picked you back up that time. Brought you down 10 minutes ago, lifting you back up here.
And then you make me negative, hopefully.
So, well, we're realists here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But with each week that he is in there, should he need to be in there, the off chance beyond this week, they'll start adding more of that stuff back in, and they'll get comfortable together. And I do think that as much as it sucks to not have Sammy Watkins in there, the fact that Tyreek Hill's back now, which is huge. We saw that. Even with Matt Moore last night.
Yeah. That was a dime. It looked ugly, but it was a dime.
It was nice, man. He put that on the right shoulder. It was good.
It just looked ugly to me.
I didn't think it looked that ugly. But he's got 10 days with half of a receiving core that he works out with and another half that it's going to be new, and they're incredible playmakers. So.
Ooh, they got another primetime game. Primetime Matt Moore.
Primetime Matt Moore.
Against the Packers.
Packers?
Yeah.
That's an improved defense.
Yeah.
But he won't have to do very much against the Packers. They can't stop the run for shit.
Okay, so you're saying run the ball, which Andy Reid...
That's it.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid will do this one time. It will work, and he'll never go back to it. This is the week. This is the week to do it.
Give Shady 15 carries, Damian 15 carries.
Sure. I would say
Tyreek gets 5.
Tyreek on sweeps get 5.
Yeah, Mecole gets 2.
On the opposite sweep, I dig it. The jet sweep is such a shit play. I hate that play. Unless you're Tyreek, because he's
fake
filthy.
The Tyreek, and then you fake the handoff, and then there's Mecole Hardman coming around.
Swing on the side.
That'll get him. Actually, you know what?
That is a lot of
me.
speed. That's it. There you go. New offensive coordinator.
Too much speed. Oh man, I just want to see Darwin Thompson over Darrell Williams. I just don't mind.
I think he only got like 2 carries, man.
I know, but just seeing him on the field on 3rd down with Matt Moore as your quarterback, I don't want to see that.
I don't know, man. Super Bowl heroes were born out of that role. Corey Clement. He is good.
I love Corey
think
Clement.
so.
I love Corey Clement.
Thank you.
But I don't love Darrell Williams. I would much rather have Corey Clement.
But you didn't know that you loved him until he got those 2 third-down carries in an awkward game against Detroit 2 years ago.
Darrell Williams or Corey
No,
Clement?
Corey Clement. Everyone
yeah.
needs those types of games. So maybe, I mean, he got, what, half a yard? I don't know what he got. He was pretty bad.
I don't know. He had that catch. I think it was called back, though. But, yeah, he did have a nice play. I think it was called back for holding.
That's probably why it was a nice play.
Shut up. Basically, though, if Patrick Mahomes is out, I'm seeing people saying, like, this is the Raiders division now. Fuck the Raiders. Fuck John Gruden.
John Gruden's,
No.
Derek Carr is a fake quarterback.
I am going to regret this, but I do trust Andy Reid enough to win the division with Matt Moore. I can't believe I just said that.
If the defense comes to play like it did last night,
Yes.
like you're going,
Yes.
and you're going to get burnt by better teams. I mean, when you draw up that many creative blitz packages and schemes in the ways that Spags did last night, especially dialing it up, obviously after the Mahomes injury. I mean, and even at that point, they were up 20-3.
To be fair,
To be fair,
the only really good teams looking at the schedule are the Patriots and the Packers.
when the Patriots, you more than likely, 50-50 on that. Maybe you win, maybe you don't. Where's it at?
What? It's in New England in December, 4:00 game. Yeah, like other than that, like I don't trust the Chargers right now. The Chargers are trash.
Chargers are bad.
They could figure it out, which they seem to do. They always are like 0-4, and then they somehow make the playoffs. And they're 2-4. And I said Anthony Lynn was on the hot seat, which means they'll get back to being good. Besides, all right, so I'll go with 3: the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Packers are like the real tough games they have. The Titans.
Titans are another team. Titans are like the Texans, man.
It's
Some
the
weeks they
Tannehill
come out
Titans.
here. I love Ryan Tannehill more so than Marcus Mariota.
I've always had this soft spot for Ryan Tannehill, like Matt Stafford and Ryan Tannehill, 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I think no reason to really like, but I've always liked. And don't ask me to tell you why. Just do.
Well, for the longest time, Detroit just didn't have anything other than he and Megatron. That was basically it. They had no defense. They had no run game. Their offensive line was ass. He was throwing 900 times a game, throwing for 5,000 yards a season because he's always down.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Tannehill, he finally clicks. There's finally stability in Miami, and then he tears his fucking ACL.
Yeah, every time.
So, like, I do feel bad for him. And obviously we feel bad for Stafford, too. But
we're going to stray away from the Chiefs just so I distract myself. It is going to be a very interesting offseason for the quarterback position.
with some of the names who may have lost their starting jobs.
Yeah. I mean, Nick Foles, I think he's going to retake it.
Nick Foles will.
Cam Newton, I think he's done. Probably gets traded, if not cut.
I agree.
Marcus Mariota being benched. I think Tannehill will probably run this offense better. Honestly.
So do I.
I think he's a trade bait. Trubisky not playing out. I think the Bears look. I think the Bears
go draft, honestly. I think they try to take a mid-round draft. They're young enough and talented enough that I feel like they have the time to develop a quarterback where they don't
they'll probably
need
do the
a
thing.
stopgap.
They'll probably do the thing that the Rams should have done.
Just keep drafting quarterbacks that fit Nagy's system?
Yes. But like the Rams should have never given Goff an extension. They should have never done that. That's McVay's offense. He's making Jared Goff. Jared Goff's not making that offense.
Yeah.
So
And Trubisky stinks.
He does.
I'm so annoyed at that, by the way. I shouldn't say I'm annoyed at it, but, like, I bought in. Like, last year, I was like, this kid's actually really good. Like, he's going to be very, very good for a very long time. I didn't think he was going to be elite, but I thought he was going to be in, like, that, like, second tier, like, bottom of the second tier of quarterbacks. You know, every year you're talking about him as someone who can win you a football game. That guy stinks. I was so wrong.
Yeah, so a smart man, did not buy in. I knew it was just a product of the system. And that's why, like, my coworker was like, yeah, dude, like, tell me someone on the Browns or the Bears, the Bears that's, like, good on their offense. I'm like, Allen Robinson?
Right.
He's like, okay, who else? I mean, they're decent, but, okay, all right, you win that argument. But Matt Nagy still, like, runs, like, part of this, like, Andy Reid offense, and I think he's smart enough coach to get the best out of them. And he did last year with Trubisky. This year, Trubisky just shit the bed to the point where, you know, Chase Daniel might actually be a better option.
I can't believe that. And we talked about it on Backyard Beers and Football. I don't have the exact numbers. I just remember it on a passerby stat. And on a quarter of the amount of passing attempts, he has the same amount of yards and touchdowns, or similar amount of yards, but same amount of touchdowns as Trubisky did.
Yeah, it's crazy. Another thing is Drew Brees.
He's coming back. What's going to happen with Teddy Bridgewater?
Exactly.
He's not running the sexiest of offenses right now, but he's efficient.
He did last week. I think he had 4 TDs last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, right?
Oh, yeah. Was that against Cowboys? Might have been. I don't know.
No.
The Raiders, Derek Carr. John Gruden probably.
Derek Carr's always on a hot seat over there. He could have a great season this year, and they still might move on from him.
Andy Dalton, I think he gets cut. Zach Taylor probably wants his own guy. Maybe Trubisky goes there.
Maybe.
Or Mariota. I think Dalton's cut.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
I don't think it matters against the cap if they cut him. So
yeah,
I think Dalton's done.
Dalton, that's been a long time coming.
So these big names. Let's recap the big names. Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, Marcus Mariota. You got to help me out here and not drink water. You're going to have to piss.
Sorry. I am going to have to piss, but it's okay because we'll split the segments.
Yeah.
And I'll like a smart person, Teddy Bridgewater.
All right.
Dalton,
Trubisky. Dalton, Newton, Trubisky, Bridgewater.
Mariota.
Or
Tannehill, depending.
Or Tannehill, yeah, if he proves himself. Joe Flacco. No.
Flacco's going to be there.
No. I feel like Flacco retires this year.
He might, dude. He's getting murdered.
Yeah.
Week in and week out.
Fuck it. I'm out. Lamar was the key.
So
I should have known after Lamar.
If Gardner goes on some magical run, they're not going to move Nick Foles. But
like I said at Backyard Beers and Football, even if
the development process of him,
you keep him. He's
extremely
cheap. Yeah. And then maybe Kyle Allen if the Panthers find a different guy than Cam Newton.
Sure.
Maybe Kyle Allen. He's undefeated. Man is undefeated in the NFL.
Yes, he is. He's absurd.
Tyrod Taylor, always up there.
I love Tyrod Taylor.
I really wanted Tyrod Taylor to be the backup to Patrick Mahomes.
Look, systematically, I've always thought that he would have worked really well with Andy Reid.
Yeah. I thought it was basically a match made in heaven. And just in case Mahomes doesn't be as elite as he is, if he gets hurt, you have Tyrod.
Where the fuck is he now? Is he in
Chargers?
Yeah.
Which is strange. Why would you go there? Philip Rivers doesn't miss a game.
He doesn't miss a game, but he's older.
And he is really fucking good.
What is he, 37 now?
He's got to be up there.
37,
whatever Eli's age is, that's what he is.
Yeah, I think they're both 37, 38 years old. So, I mean, maybe.
Yeah. All right. I think I don't really have much else to say.
You want to talk about Mahomes at all?
No, because I'll just cry. Literally, if Patrick Mahomes is out, it's a wonder. Just say hypothetically, this would have been this previous week would have been the week I bought his jersey because he got hurt.
That would have made all the sense in the world.
Yeah, but now we'd be saying the Madden curse. Oh yeah, let's go on about the Madden curse.
I hate that.
I know it doesn't make sense. The Madden curse. That's what they're saying. The Madden curse. It's the Madden curse. Also, he had a fucking sprained ankle and he was running the QB sneak. It doesn't make sense. Oh, man.
I'm not as angry as other people are at him doing a quarterback sneak with the ankle thing.
I understand the logistics of your point of view, but I just don't think you choose that play knowing your quarterback's playing hurt.
Well,
yeah. No?
It's Tom Brady, and first of all, had you been playing almost anyone other than the freaking Denver Broncos, I'm 100% on board. I don't care that his ankle's hurt. I'm sneaking because that game's
Say it's
more
next
important.
week. Say this is next week against the
Green
Packers,
Bay.
and
You need it.
You're close. Yes, you need it.
If you don't trust your offense and Patrick Mahomes to score again later in this game, I do think there's an issue there.
Was it third or fourth down?
It was fourth down.
Okay. So
again, it was fourth down, but he's right up there in the. I think it's him, Tom Brady, Carson Wentz, and I feel like it was Ben Roethlisberger was the other one that are. I mean, their percentages are over 80% at quarterback sneaking.
I can't recall another time where the Mahomes did a quarterback sneak. Honestly,
yeah. Before I muted the game, they were mentioning when he runs on third or fourth down on
when
a
he
yard
runs.
or less.
Yeah, when he runs.
Quarterback sneak.
I don't think you can still run without a quarterback sneak.
Well, yeah, you can run without a quarterback sneak, but still.
I don't recall another time where he did it. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I'm always happy to admit when I'm wrong.
We do that
77% of the time.
Accurate numbers.
Yeah. But yeah, we are. You know what else? No, this church prayed for Patrick Mahomes' ankle.
Oh my God! Don't bring God into things. That's where everyone went wrong.
God's not real.
That's what I'm saying.
I lost listeners. God's not real.
We probably did. I don't know. What's the church atmosphere like over there in KC?
I don't know.
How deeply religious are they?
Apparently, really, to bring NFL into it, and that's how into it they are.
Literally praying in studio.
Literally, they're putting their hands together and praying. I mean, I've done the same thing, but then they clench together and then they reach for a shot. But
yeah.
Oh, I mean, Patrick Mahomes II is my Lord and Savior. I've said that countless times.
But since
don't bring
since
up
before he was even the starter.
Don't bring a real, potentially not real God into it. Like, no, that was destiny. You're supposed to pray for real things, not for football.
Mahomes didn't suffer significant additional damage after dislocating his knee, and he can return this season.
Oh, okay, this season. Where are you seeing this?
Ian Rappaport 6 minutes ago.
Okay, all right, that's a strong source. Are you sure it's not Barry McCockiner?
Not Barry McCockiner. That account is hilarious, though.
Okay.
He'll seek additional opinions to be sure, so that doesn't exactly sound great.
After a brief... All right, Patrick Mahomes suffered a dislocated kneecap, but no additional significant damage. Plans to return after a quote-unquote brief absence.
Brief absence. So, like I said,
Okay.
1 week.
Okay. All right. I stalled enough time.
There we go. We were able to sit there and effectively podcast-worthy break news. So
Okay, now let's finish this off with looking towards the next quote-unquote brief absence. You got the Packers, the Vikings, and the Titans. And then the
game that I
Chargers.
would bring him back.
Actually, no. I could see him coming back after the bye against the Raiders. Because it's
Where's your bye there? Sorry.
it's week 12. So you got Packers, Vikings, Titans,
Vikings,
Chargers,
Titans.
and then a bye. And that's two
I think it
primetime
depends
games.
on-
It's two primetime games, too.
I think it depends on what Matt Moore and Andy Reid are able to do over the next
That's
brief period of time.
Well,
You
I think
know,
we'll see after the Packers game. I think they may try to rush them for the Chargers.
Maybe.
Quote unquote rush. We don't know what quote unquote brief absence
period is, yeah.
is. You know, brief absence is, hey, I took a nap for 4 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can be the Vikings. I firmly believe that.
So pissed off watching that being put back in place.
As long as the defense plays like they did last night, which I really kind of attribute to Patrick Mahomes going down.
Yeah.
Kind
Of course.
of light
There's
a
an
fire
emotional
under their ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Packers game is going to be tough. I'm not too keen on my 13-3 prediction anymore. But Packers game will be tough. I think I called that a loss, actually.
I can't remember our notes, but I
Neither
do
can
have
I.
them somewhere.
It's on your calendar there from
No, it's not on
2015.
the calendar from 2017. Jerk.
All right, so hypothetically, Matt Moore's your starter. Packers, Vikings, Titans, and Chargers. What do you think the record is?
Packers, Vikings, Titans, Chargers. I do think that they probably lose game one to the Packers, but I think that they play better
hang in there.
football
They hang in there.
than what we're anticipating. And I do think that it's in large part going to be towards the run. I think if you're going to see creativity, I think it's going to be in the blocking schemes for the run. I don't think it's going to be anything creative about the pass game. But I think they lose that game.
These are 3 home games. The one away is against the Titans.
Okay. I think that you beat the hell out of the Vikings. I think I'm just, as an Eagles fan, I just need someone to.
Of course.
Yeah. But it would not shock me. They are not particularly great on the road, and Kirk Cousins is still a fake quarterback unless he plays the Eagles or under 500 teams.
Yeah.
And then who were the last two? Chargers Titans?
Yeah.
I think you win both those games too.
I think we lose to the Packers and the Chargers. But also, tickets are as low as $0 here, according to ESPN, for the Chargers game at KC.
What?
It's definitely wrong, but it's funny to see.
I don't know. You want to hop a flight? We'll go watch Matt Moore.
No, I can't. My coworker's on vacation.
Jesus.
Oh, well. All right. So I see him as 2-2. What do you see him as? 3-1?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Realistically, 2-2, but hopeful 3-1.
I'm hopeful as well for 3-1, but I just foresee 2-2, and I have to stick to my realism when Matt Moore's your quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, look, I am taking this from 14 years of experience of Andy Reid with backup quarterbacks. The guy finds a way, man. He really does. So I've shit on the guy a lot. We all poo on him. You know, his issues are what his issues are, and those issues seemingly never get fixed, never adjust, no matter who's on, what color he's wearing. But the one thing that I am confident in him is his ability to connect with the quarterback and to connect with a backup quarterback. I think that he quickly gets him ready for this brief absence of Patrick Mahomes' career.
And this is why you're on the show, because the Andy Reid.
That's the only reason I'm on the phone. Or on the show.
You're on the phone?
On the whatever.
All right. We'll have a more in-depth preview of the Packers game. This is more of a reactionary to last night, specifically because we weren't able, due to scheduling, to get like a pre-show in.
Yeah.
But also, Patrick Mahomes dying was really upsetting, and I just needed to rant about it in a little way.
Well, we ranted about it by not talking about it.
That's how I ranted. Everybody knows that I'm near tears.
Oh, yeah. We are upset.
But, yeah, we'll have a more in-depth show about, previewing the Packers, doing our usual shit we usually do on Chiefs Talk. We will catch you then. Yep, stay tuned for Whiskey Ramble. And as always, please follow us on Twitter at ANY Podcast. You can follow Shane at Shane_Mead, me at Schmitty324. And hey, if you're hungry in between these shows, you can try our lovely friend Asian Rob's, I don't even know what it's called.
Just food.
It's
catering service?
Catering service.
There you go.
Sorry. All right, so it's catering service. Just Food, 215-794-FOOD, 215-794-3663. Got the number.
Nailed it.
Is in Delaware Valley College Farmers Market and in Buckingham, right near Peddler's Village. Go there, ask for Asian Rob, tell him we sent you, and also take a moment of prayer for Patrick Mahomes.
To whatever fake God you believe in.
To whatever God you believe in, whatever not God you believe in, because I believe in Patrick Mahomes. He is my Lord and Savior. All right, we'll catch you next time, sometimes next week, for Chiefs Talk.
A fighting man I used to be, revered and feared through Killarney. Now I'm back to hitching with the wind. But if Mickey Flynn should ever find me, I'll throw me caution all behind me and square off on that son of a bitch again. He cracked open a river too, he beat me Sunday through and through, and such over my unconscious frame. I won me healthy sheriff fights, well lucky son still had me life since Mickey Flynn beat me dumb and lame.